How you doing, guys? It's DNK. Right back again with another video. I have a little microphone here, so I'm just testing it out. Bought it from Walmart, so I'm just testing out, see how the audio sounds. Let me know a lot down in the comments down below. Today I want to talk about the reality of big goals. And why it takes a long time to achieve success. Relative, but why does it take a long period of time to achieve success? I want to say this. We've been duped, we've been lied to, we've been caught up in the Instagram hype, we've been caught up in the hype of what people say or overnight success. We've been caught in the hype about that, and the truth of the matter is it takes time to build something. It takes time to build something worth saying or worth seeing or worth replicating. It takes time to build sound business, sound financial planning, sound body, and sound mind. It takes time for that. Why this is very, excuse me guys, let me spit this out. Why society and the environment at large tries to push quickness is because it sells. It sells. If I say you can make $10,000 in a week or two, you're gonna buy it because it sells. It might not happen, but you will buy it because you're gonna be caught up in the hype, caught up in that delusional grandeur, basically. It's an easy sell and it's easy to digest. Like, it's very appealing to the senses. But I'm here to tell you the reality. It will take time to build something. It will take time to build something big. A lot of times people, you know, and I'm talking specifically to men, we have this problem where we want things kind of fast, and this fast is instant gratification. Not knowing you took years to pile up debt, and you want to be debt free like that. It took years to pile up this debt, consumer debt, and you will be wealthy just like that, or rich just like that, or just even have money just like that. That is not feasible. That is not going to happen. That's not reality. That's not the reality of the fact. Health. People want to get fat and they want to lose that weight just like that. It took you years to gain that weight, and it's going to take you years to lose it and get back to yourself. And even then, your body won't go 100% back to your old self. It depends how obese you got. But it's very hard to go back to your old self because you just went the whole way. This is the reality people are not talking about. Like and share this video. Share this video to somebody else. Because I'm breaking this down for everybody. I'm breaking this down. To gain something of worth, it's going to take time. It's going to be a process of minimum 2-3 years. Maximum, it could take almost as long as 10-15 years, 5 to 10-15 years. But minimum, it takes 2-3 years to gain some traction in something that's worth something. It's going to take that time. People want things fast. People want to, and I don't blame them, because society has brainwashed us into, oh, you can have it all right here, right now, when that's basically not reality. But it's going to take 3 years. 2 to 3 years minimum in order for you to see some traction, in order for you to gain some results. Me doing this YouTube, I have to look myself in the mirror and be like, okay, it's going to take 2 to 3 years in order for me to gain something, to gain a good audience. I don't like it, but I've been duped before, and I stopped doing YouTube before because I'm like, oh, okay, and I didn't have an audience. And business I stopped doing because I'm like, oh, dang, success should have been happening. It does not happen just like that. And I'm here to tell you, if you're with a project, you're doing something, it's not going to happen just like that. Keep going at it. Keep doing at it. Keep being consistent. Don't quit your job. Don't stop working out. Don't stop being healthy. Don't stop meditating. Just know, rest assured that it's going to take 2 to 3 years minimum for you to start seeing tangible results. Just keep that in mind. Shout out to Glenn and Camry, the hustling godfather. Shout out to him. He helped me, and he helped enlighten me on this path that I'm on right now. It's going to take time to build something worthwhile. It's going to take time. Through consistency and persistence, it's going to take time. I'm fed up with this fast life. I'm fed up with it. Because even with health, it took me 2 years to gain something. I'm like, oh, damn, I'm the ish. It took me 2 years for that. For me, when I was debt free and everything, it took me a year and some change. Now, in order for me to build something worthwhile, right now I'm paying off my debt. I was debt free, then I went to consumer debt. Now I need to pay off my debt. Now a year or two of debt, I can't expect to pay that off within, unless I I have a good job now. But reasonably, it's going to take me 6 months to 8 months to pay all that debt off. It's going to take me a year, 2 years, again, a year, 2 years, in order for me to have, I have my short-term savings account. I always say short-term savings account, I think $2,000 is too little, to be honest with you. I say $3,000 minimum. $5,000 is what you want to really reach for. Because transmission, anything, that's a $1,000 job. Rent is like $1,000. So you have a short-term savings account. I got that in check. Now I'm working on my long-term savings account. Now you got investments that you want to do, but you got to do the process. Now these are things people won't tell you. These are things people won't tell you. I was not told this. I was lied to, and I believed into the deception. I fed to the deception. And I am getting the results of me doing that now. So now I transform my mindset into saying to myself and knowing it's going to take me 2-3 years in order for me to build my business. It's going to take me 2-3 years in order for my YouTube channel to be of something of significance in the future. It's going to take 2-3 years. You guys subscribe to me. Thank you very much. Share and like this video. Share and like this video, because this is content that not a lot of people are talking about. This is content that is the truth. It's not going to get a lot of views because it's the truth. Nobody wants to hear, oh, it's going to take 2-3 years. Nobody will hear that. Like, damn, just 2-3 years. 2-3 years of these nuts in your mouth, that's going to take. Nobody want to hear 2-3 years is going to take. Nobody wants to hear that. And I know that. And I understand why nobody wants to hear that. But I want to let people know that although you don't want to hear it, it's the truth. Although you don't want to hear, it's going to take 2-3 years in order for me to build a good economic foundation. It's going to take 2-3 years in order for me to, my fitness and my body game to be on this type of level. It's going to take me 2-3 years in order for my mental and my and to gain masculine frame. It's going to take me that amount of time. If I do anything less, I'm liable to get in and out. That's how you see a lot of people going in and out, in and out, in and out. Because they do it for 6 months, then get out. They do it for 6 months. But if you do something for a year or two, it becomes solidified in your DNA. It becomes solidified in your brain. You just become programmed. So you save money for 2 years and invest for 2 years, or 3 years, 4 years. It's very hard for you to go back and be like, okay, let me just gain consumer debt. Let me just be stupid with my money. It's very hard because you gain that track record, that pattern of doing it. So leave that mindset of, oh, it's going to happen fast, it's going to happen quick. There's some anomalies there's some outliers that happen for, but majority is going to take time. For the majority, it's going to take time. And I want you guys to instill that in your brain. It will take time. When Nipsey Hussle said it was a process, he was not lying. When mentors around me told me it was a process, they were not lying. Just ingrained, and right now, just know it's going to take 3 years, 2 to 3 years minimum. 10 years, it could take 10 years, but 2-3 years in order for you to be like, okay, excuse me, okay, I'm seeing the light. I'm seeing the light. Have that in your mind. Don't let people lie to you. Don't let people deceive you of fast cash, fast this and that. Because if it's fast and it's hard to maintain, or it's not being able to maintain 5, 10, 100, 150 years from now, that doesn't mean nothing. If you can't maintain that 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, it doesn't mean nothing. Because we do things year to year. It's not month to month, year to year. How were you last year? How were you 2 years ago? Because last month you could have had a bad month. But in the next year you read up and you doubled and tripled up, or you 10x'd up. So it comes through year to year, not month to month, not week to week, because you can make a buttload of cash this week, but next week you don't got nothing. You didn't make anything. So we're going year to year. Year 1, what's the objective? Year 2, what's the objective? It's baby steps too. Like this year, I'm like, okay, I want to save 10 to 20 G's in my bank account. I want to at least have dividends paying me at least $10,000 a month. That's something small. But I'm going to just at least dividend payments $10 a month. $10 a month. How much is that a year? 120 a year. $120 a year. Reinvest that into other dividends, stocks. So if, for example, if AT&T costs $30, $120, that's 4 dividend stocks. 30. Yeah, 4 dividend stocks. Now that's paying me. Now those are my soldiers working for me. So 4 AT&T dividend stocks added on there, and that does not even include the things I'm doing continuously investing. So that's $120 next year. Now I'm gonna try and do, let's double up. Let's do 20/40. Let's do 20 just to be easy. 20. Now that's 8 AT&T stocks. Now next year, let's do 30. Now that's 12 AT&T stocks. Now let's do 40. And you see how now it's building up. Now it's building up. Now you're like, oh, $20 ain't nothing. $40 ain't nothing. But now when it comes to $120, $100, $200, now we could talk about, we could pay small bills. We could pay phone bills. We could pay for some people, we could pay car notes. But it takes time. Stop falling for the delusion of fast things. It's going to happen easy. It's going to happen fast. Happen, you're not preparing yourself for greater things. Even if it does happen, you become short-sighted. You become having a stripper mindset. You got the money now, but how about generations? Look at the Rockefellers. When I talk about this, I want you men to think generations. I want you men to think years. I'm already thinking, okay, now the way I'm taking care of myself, the way I'm eating, I might live till I'm 70, 80, 90 years old, God willing. I might live to that age. So me, I'm like, okay, now how much money do I need to survive? How much money do I need to thrive? How much money do I need to be comfortable? How can I be able to be tired or semi-retired or being able to retire, just working because I want to work? And this is 3, 4, 5. This is 3, 5, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50-year goals. I'm only 25. So these are goals. 60 years from now, I'll be 85. 40 years from now, I'll be 65. So as a man, you have to have this mindset of long-term thinking, longevity. Even when I work out, I'm like this. Okay, I want longevity. That's why I do stretches, yoga. Because I'm like this, damn, I want my body to still move good. I don't want nobody wiping my rear end. I want to do it myself. So when you come out that mindset of quick things, easy things, you get out that mindset, then you start really shifting your brain to longevity. That's why there's a lot of marriages that are broken apart. That's why there are a lot of relationships that are breaking apart, because people have this quick, fast mindset. People have this quick, fast mindset. It takes actually 2 years to really get to know somebody. Not 6 months. 6 months to get married. You could see that, if you already know the person, but you could see somebody in full in 2 years. That's why I tell men, okay, if you want to get a wife by 30, by 27, 28, you're supposed to be dating and looking for a partner. So even by 30, let's say if that doesn't work out, you still got a little bit more time to still date and look around. Even females, I'm like, ladies, it takes you 2 years to really, for a man to know you and you to know a man. Really, it takes 2 years. Because 6 months, somebody could fake the funk. 2 years. So if you're going to 2-year investment into a man, you go 2 of your good years. Make sure you do that young, so you get to, let's say 20, you start dating. 2 years, you start dating a man, but it doesn't work out. You're still 22 years old. You still have a little bit more time to date and find the best prospects for yourself. But as you see, you're thinking long term. You're changing that mindset of I want it here, I want it fast, I want it now, into how my life is going to look like 10, 15 years from now. How my life is going to look like. What do I want to do? What do I want to be? How much money do I want to have? How much money do I want to make? These are questions that people don't ask themselves. How much is the cost of living? Me, I'm like this, dang, I know I need $3,000 to live good, comfortably. Rent is at $1,200. My cars are paid off. My car's paid off. So that's like $200-$300, and that's expensive too. And what should I call that? In insurance. My phone bill, I'm gonna drop my phone bill down to my phone bill's to almost like $300. So I'm just gonna say $300. So $1,200, $500, $1,800. Food, $500. $2,300 right there. And let's say fun. Oh, I don't really go out there. Fun and clothes and all that. Let's say $300. Dates and everything. Dates is $300. You go on one date a week and it's like, let's say $50, 50 times. That's $200. Clothes, $200. So that's like $2,700. That's how much money I need, me personally, as a single man, in order for me to be able to be semi-retired or retired. I need that amount of money. So me in my head, I'm like, how can I make $3,000 a month? With the taxes, how can I make $5,000 a month, $4,000 or $5,000 a month? How can I do that? So that's my mindset. And so when you start thinking like that, guys, when you start thinking of, okay, it's going to be a process, it's going to be a journey, I'm not going to get it this year. That's why I made a video. What video did I make? It was 2 days ago. Life is a marathon. Life is a marathon. You go see the link right there. Life is a marathon. I made a video about that. Life is a marathon, and it's in a long stretch of time. And business, when you go when you go get a business loan, they want to see year to year how much money you're making. And it's actually 2-3 years. They want to see income statements for 2-3 years. So get this mindset out of, it's going to happen fast, it's going to happen easy, it's going to be dandelions, because trust and believe me, it's not. I've been doing YouTube for consistently, I think this is like a year. No, not a year. Consistently, I think 8 months. And it's not easy. It's not easy. I'll tell you that, it's not easy. I'm building my business. Straight Mental Fitness. It's not easy. But me, I had to keep a mindset like, okay, now I'm not going to see profit. I'm not going to really see profit until 2023, 2024. People don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear in dividend stocks. You put $1,600 in Johnson & Johnson, that's $40.65 a year. You put 16,000, you get $400 a year. Now, see, people look at 16,000 and figure like, oh my God, that's a lot. But people don't realize, then you put 1,600 every month, or 1,600 every 2 months. If you put 1,600 every month, which is, if you have a good job, is feasible. In 10 months, you have something that's paying you $400 a year. Now you do that for 10 years, and you do the math. You do the math. You got something that's paying you $4,000 a year now. That's $400 a month. That is a car payment. That is some people's student loans. That is, and don't be debt free before you do this, that is some people's phone bill. Now, you have something that's paying off your phone bill. Now, let's say you do it again. And you could even call it, because as you get older, you're supposed to be working on making more money. Now, if you keep going like that, now you have one bill less that you need to worry about. But it took time for that, guys. I want you guys to have that in your head. It takes time to build anything worthwhile. Body, it takes, people been training for 10, 20 years to get their body. Some bodybuilders. Natural ones. Even unnatural ones, you still got to put, but natural ones. And people want that in a year or two. I want to get a body like that in a year or two. It's not going to happen. Arms, like, yo, I want to get bigger arms. It took me a year to get arms. This is not even it. I'm not even in the final form yet. But it took me a good year. And it's still not even where I want it to be yet. So I'm going to just wind this down, guys. Why the process takes 3 years. And why you should wait 3 years, 2-3 years for the journey. It takes 2-3 years in order for you to see something. Period. This is Danny K. Comment, like, subscribe. Here, welcome to the Masculine Alpha Club, where we try to build men to be the most masculine alpha version of themselves.